You know, some things are boring to me in this season of my life. Excuse me, don't excuse me, then I'll be eating some Doritos as I speak on these things that are obviously on my mind, but yeah, it's just boring. Or maybe you feel the same way about certain things in your life that keeps presenting itself and you're like, I'm so bored of you. And maybe at one season in your life, maybe you felt like you were afraid that you would bore other people. So maybe you spent so much time um, just trying to keep things fresh. And there's nothing really wrong with that. But if it's out of the labor of trying to keep someone that doesn't want to be kept, then you're turning into a circus act at this point in the reverse. Because someone that wants to be entertained by the circus genuinely is that's sweet. You know, that's a child enjoying themselves, no matter how old the child is, by the way. But in the reverse, your art is not appreciated. And in that sense, that's not good for the soul. And there's times where I've felt like that, of course, and I took note that that's what was occurring. And then in the vibration that I was in, I reflected it upon myself as a negative concerning me and not the circumstances and not the person in which I was entertaining. Not that, they shouldn't exist or some circumstance like that. It's more so they're not a good fit for me. When you hold on to relationships like that to try to prove to yourself that you're worthy of love, then, often the shakeup is going to be that it never was meant and you have to let go of that mental state. And when you let go of the mental state of that, everything else will follow, of course. First the unseen and then the seen. And that's why as you grow, you need not to worry about that which, abhors you or that you abhor after dealing with it and realizing it doesn't fit, because when you turn your attention away from that and back into the self, then, you'll really see what matters and doesn't matter, and whatever that doesn't matter will fall off every single time. And sometimes we need to be reminded of that in whatever form the divine decides to remind us that certain things just don't matter. Never have. We made it matter more than what it did. And that's where the pain and the strain and the disdain came in. Anyway, on another topic, I was thinking about love. Someone that's been on my mind is Judith and her being a widow, and her husband must have been some type of wonderful For a woman that is described as beautiful inside and out now, because for a woman to leave her shroud of sorrow because the one whom she loves is no longer physical in her world. Because, honey, to me, she was still married to him. She was mourning the fact that she couldn't physically be with him. But she wasn't making any advances towards life in the sense of wanting a replacement for him. You know, that was the deception of other men that wanted to pursue her because of her outward beauty and what I'm sure they could feel of her inward beauty. Because it's an energy, right? But for her to leave her personal sorrows to go see about the people and to go to war, even though how she went to war was ever so cunning and wise, meaning the same thing, same difference in this sense. She was stealthy. Anyway, she did what she had to do for the people because there was a complaint, and she didn't say, I am a woman and I cannot do this particular thing. Some numbers that may be significant to and for you guys may be 800, 700, 311, 411, 611, 111, 1111, 144, 311. If I haven't said it, 711. I just might be seeing another number that's coming up. 723, 727, and 757, 444, 5 and 555. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You know, she didn't say what she couldn't do because of gender or circumstance. She had lost someone she really, really loved. Physically lost them. And, you know, though she had everything left behind for her, once again, these things mean nothing to divine feminine energy that loves her counterpart. Truly love. You know, materials to a true woman is it's a beautiful thing. It's a luxury, right? Oh, I have a garden and flowers. I have, you know, some people to help out around the house, some handmaidens. I have some beautiful dresses and gowns. But I'm telling you, when the things in life that really matter to that woman is disrupted with, you know, the things that is life. You know, life came and took her husband. And she didn't give a shit. Her hair wasn't braided. She didn't care. And some would say that was depression. I don't think so. Again, what does it matter? Yeah, for herself, someone would say, well, she would need to do self-care in that moment. But it was a symbol. What is these materials without you? I sit in the sorrow of it because of what we built together, and you're not here. So I'm mourning. It's a choice. Some people don't respect people's choices, and that gets on my nerves at times. Oh, while we're supposed to be progressing, with, the ages of uniting people with choice, respecting choices. Sometimes people don't understand the choice because it looks strange to them, but whatever. Surely I know I can get my hair braided and I can do this and I can do that. But some things are worth the tears, the stillness, your world being stopped. Yes, in that sense, one would say negatively, but no, it's more so just it is what it is. With that being said, he must have been something else for a woman like that to just silence the material. To say, I don't want it right now. It's right there. I can do what I want to do. But mind you, I think in one of my videos, it's PSA, fuck a bitch nigga. I talk about Heat, the movie Heat, and Robert De Niro's character being lucky to come across a divine feminine. She had a twang, a southern twang to her too, a country girl kind of vibe. Anyway, he came across her and he knew the value, right? Even though he was kind of, a little harsh in the beginning, because he was just used to being a certain way, whatever. And she was just genuinely lovable and loving. And he couldn't help himself after a while. Obviously, it's divine feminine energy that is honest, and she is who she is. Why am I thinking about him leaving that glass of water next to the bed as she's left? Anyway, water. So back to this watery conversation. So he didn't follow the rules that, he knew was tried and true, because anger and revenge got the best of him, because he felt like his people that he cared about was really done in, which they were, but given to the occasion, he could have maybe did that in a different way because the heat was on, and that was the thing. When the heat is turned up to a point where it's too much, you must remove yourself. And he didn't. And so it ended tragically. And the thing about it, she was in the car waiting for him. She didn't want him to go. The whole energy was for him not to go backwards, that Lot energy, but the male, not only can, they talk about Lot's wife, but let's talk about, the Lots that also look back or do something that is not wonderful, and in the outcome, like Lot and his daughters, him choosing, I guess, did they say they got him drunk or he got himself? Anyway, he was willing, he was open to it, so something occurred. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm just saying the lack of knowledge, I guess, on both their ends, and acting out in a way that's not great. But I digress on that. That's a whole nother topic, or something that needs, I guess, to be peeled back and looked at. But I'm just talking about male or female, wife or husband, counterpart, and regardless of gender, you can look back at something and or, and so that was his end. He perished. And so he left the money with her, you know. But woo woo, once again, we don't love the materials. We love you. Materials are nice, but given space and time, and you start looking at a bunch of foolishness that it could just make the materials boring as well. Hence why people can have them and, of course, not be content. People can have not them and be content, or not be content, whatever floats particular people's boats. But I'm just saying, we know these things. But I think some people get it twisted when it comes to a particular vibration of divine feminine energy that is not above wanting things and not above not giving a fuck about things too. To focus in on the more important, weightier things. Love of my life is not present with me in physical form. I can't touch him anymore. I can't love on him anymore. Not in that way, or maybe this form of sorrow is loving on him. I don't know. I would have to talk to Judith about it. But I can feel that, I can relate. Because I felt like that in the past about people, That was supposed to mean something to me. I guess they did mean something to me, but sometimes people didn't understand that, and I guess they thought of me as foolish or stupid or dumb or naive because I wasn't more concerned about the material aspect. It wasn't because I didn't like materials. I do. I always have loved good things, whether it was expensive or not. Everything that's good is not expensive, but it still takes something to get it a lot of times, okay? But back to the main course. What kind of man was that? He must have been scrumptious. He must have been so loving. And that's why he was scrumptious. He must have been walking food for her soul. Soul food. And some people will get that, and some people won't. How you can be that in love, that respectable to the energy that is your counterpart, whether they physically present or not, and I can go and entertain some things, but don't get it twisted. I just might come back with your head. Because that which I love whether it's present or not. That has been my energy. Fuck what somebody think about it, right? Or opinion of it is. I know me. When I love you for real. I'll sit in a shroud of whatever. And it's personal to me. It ain't nobody's fucking business, I'll tell you that. Because you're important to me. Period. Love, operates like that. They say it conquers all. Well, I think it just makes us all do what we have to do because it's more important. It's like her love for the people was more important than her just sitting in what was important to her on a personal level. Because she could return to that. The heavier things of God are always more important than the heavy things that are personal. One would hope that that would be how you operate in the world. Yeah, I got some personal things going on, but let me see what the people are talking about. Let me see how I can make it better. Because I have a few things I'm good at. And like I said, I'll take the gun and the cannoli. Let me put the sweetness up here. And then when I shoot, it is what it is. I just saw 144 again. That's very important for somebody somewhere. All these losses, all these things that's supposed to make you feel like you losing out because you're in your shroud of whatever. In the pavilion, yeah? Of the Lord. Surrounded by the unseen things having a conversation, and motherfuckers want to come and have shit to say. It's none of your business what's happening in my darkness. And if I poke my head up out of this tent, are you going to be ready for, what may be your end? Let's say spiritually, so to speak. Because I really don't like foolishness. No, I'm playful. I like to play. With all due respect. But I don't like things that, want to agitate me. Want to make me feel a certain way. Fuck feelings in that sense. I'm going to feel something, all right. I'm going to feel divine because I am a part of that. And I consider other people. So when people don't consider me back, it's like, okay, what the fuck you trying to say, little bitch? Anywho, he must have been quite a catch is all I'm saying. Must have been sexy too. You gotta be sexy. Never mind. Maybe he won. Just kidding. He probably was just as fine as they claim Judith was. Love. Ooh. Beautiful thing, huh? I've been seeing a lot of couples. And it's been so cute to me. And they be necking and necking. Does some of y'all know what that is? Kissing on each other's neck and, kind of intertwined, the face wrapped around the other face. So cute. Like two giraffes. holding hands and smiling and making each other laugh. And I think, oh my God, may I never be at a point where I look at something like that and think something low vibrational. Love. When it's genuine, especially. You know, you can kind of tell when people kind of around each other and it's not necessarily that, and that's their business, whatever. But when you see people are together and they're really enjoying each other's company, how can that not make you smile too? Make you curious of maybe what's going to happen for you one day if it hadn't happened yet. Well, I'm always in communion, so anyway, just nice to see. You know, genuine love, genuine admiration, genuine companionship. You know, whether it's two friend girls, two girlfriends, two boyfriends, two friend boys, a girl and a boy. Try to cover everything. Leave nobody out today. Just people enjoying each other, family, friends, whatever. I might not necessarily have it in the form of someone else, but need I be bitter that they're enjoying themselves or enjoying each other? No. Because it's love. And that's all good to me. Stay in those sucking space. It's just not my style or whatever. It's boring. You know, motherfuckers want you to be in a bored state. Stiff as a board. It's like, if that's so, let me go find the oil that's going to make my leg and elbow and whatever move. So I don't be the tin woman. A tee-hee, a tee-hee. If it's making me not feel so brave, let me do what I need to do to be encouraged to face the fact that another's happiness is no deflection upon my own or what I have going on. Because you will want other people to be happy. Why not? The happiness is not an offense to me. It's why don't you want me to be happy if it, comes up that way. That's what's perplexing. Is I even if I don't agree with you, I'm okay with you being happy. Somehow, you don't agree with me makes you not want me to be happy. You don't understand me or whatever is going on. And I consider you, consider all that unbalanced shit. And like, fuck that. Boring. Constriction on freedom. Well, how about we both be free? You're free to love. I'm free to love on you, even from afar, with observing what it is that you are. Very tantalizing. Alrighty then. Just remember, Divine Feminine have a lot on her mind within the darkness and what is maybe apparent to some in the light of day. But her night needs no real explanation. It just needs to be respected, Respect my shadow. Respect the fact that some stuff I just don't want to get into. It's my business, not yours. And it doesn't require a deep delving on your side of what it is. It's personal, you know. Well, may more divine feminines link up with counterparts that if, life happens, that you had experienced the love of a lifetime, you know. That's a beautiful inheritance. It's a beautiful testimony. That's a beautiful existence in the world to at least have had the experience of true love. And even when things yank it, so to speak, physically from you, it doesn't take away the fact that of the love, the memories, the many times you were able to hold, love on them. And, true loves come in different forms. In her particular case, it was a spouse. But whatever those things are, do we tend to know that, the value of it, even when it's physically not with us? So, hey, that is life. And life surely always do go on. Anyway, to my Judiths, I love you. You're so brave. And to divine masculines that have that presence in your spouse, significant other, whatever the partnership title in your life personal to you is, and you are taking care of business to the point where you're loved, whether you're physically around her, him, whatever the circumstances, or not. Good for you. You're really doing the damn thing and are worthy of the love that is waiting on you. All right now. Toodles.